And good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in here. We are still watching showers and thunderstorms continuing to march their way here off towards the northeast. These are not severe by any means and definitely not on the strong side, but we are expecting still some severe weather later on tonight. Let's go ahead and zoom in here on this thunderstorm. This is producing some very heavy rainfall as it continues to march its way here off towards the north and east. So if you're traveling along interstates here around 385 Andrews, heading up towards the northeast, up towards Lamesa, you are going to be dealing with some heavy rainfall with this thunderstorm. But like I said, this is not strong or severe in nature, so just producing some heavy rainfall out there for some of us. Be careful if you're traveling along the roadways here today. Now, here's what we're dealing with here. This particular model doing pretty good on picking up this thunderstorm and shower activity. So watch what happens here over time. As we forward this into motion, we are still expecting here a good chance of some thunderstorms beginning right around the 4 p.m. time frame. These thunderstorm cells become more isolated in nature, but as we progress forward into time, especially by this evening, check out just north of Odessa, Midland, and the eastern areas here of our viewing area, all under the gun for some severe weather today. That is why the Storm Prediction Center has placed us under enhanced risk, and I'll talk about that here in just a second. Now, what's really causing all the severe weather today? Well, with the combination of what's going on in the upper levels of the atmosphere and also here at the surface, this is going to be a pretty big deal here for us in the basin here for us in West Texas. Let me show you what I'm talking about. These are your dew points. These basically measure the amount of moisture here at the surface. And so as we progress through time, you'll notice of what we have a dry line that begins to form here. Now this dry line is already in place, but it becomes really pronounced as we forward this into time here through the afternoon heading into tonight. Notice that we do have a pretty big difference with our temperatures with our dew points. We have in the 60s and 50s towards the east. Towards the west of the dry line, we have temperatures generally in the teens and upper 20s to lower 30s. That is a very, very big difference and a very, very sharp gradient here. And anything that develops east of this dry line is capable of producing some significant severe weather today. That's one of our ingredients here that we're going to be watching. Now, the dry line does push back towards the west at night, so that's what we're going to be watching to see if more cells fire up again overnight, which we are expecting as well. Now here is our severe thunderstorm risk. Anywhere in this orange shade is an enhanced risk of severe weather. And if we zoom in our way in here, if you are in this orange area, so Lamesa, Odessa, Midland, this does include you as well, even though you are barely here on the western side of it, I-20, south of I-20, down towards Big Lake, you are under enhanced risk. What does an enhanced risk mean? We're talking widespread severe thunderstorm activity today. This includes the large hail, the damaging winds, and of course some isolated tornadoes are all a possibility. Outside of this risk, we have a yellow shade. That is a slight risk of severe weather. That means scattered thunderstorms are possible. Scattered severe thunderstorms are possible. Large hail and damaging winds are their primary threats. But again, the orange shade here is a more intense shade because that's where we're expecting more of the severe weather event to occur today. It's a level 3 out of 5 on the Storm Prediction Center scale. And up towards the north, the eastern Texas Panhandle, western Oklahoma, does not include us, but this is a moderate risk of severe weather. This means that they are very likely to get not only large hail and damaging winds, but also the possibility of tornadoes, even some strong tornadoes. Reason why I'm showing you this is because if you have any family members up here, or if you are traveling along this way, be very, very careful because there is a dangerous possibility of severe weather late this afternoon up there through tonight as well. So be on the lookout for that. If you have any travel plans or if you have any family members, maybe alert them. Definitely not a bad idea. As far as our winds today, they should be generally out of the southeast. This is really, or out of the south. This should really help fuel our thunderstorm activity today, especially out ahead of this dry line that does develop later on throughout the day as well. Now, as we head into Wednesday, our winds should start to shift here out of the west around 15 to 25 miles per hour. So a little bit breezy here for us as we head into a much better day here for us on Wednesday across the basin. And then our winds begin to die down here on Thursday, which is good news too. So we're going to go ahead and break this all down for you. We're okay right now, but we're going to see severe thunderstorms develop later on late this afternoon into this evening. And again, these are going to last until just before sunrise early tomorrow morning. Large hail and winds are going to be the primary threats with these thunderstorms, but again, we can never rule out the possibility of an isolated tornado when we're under an enhanced risk of severe weather. We'll show you the day planner as well, just to also kind of lead you through what's going on. So cloudy skies throughout the day. I expect isolated thunderstorms by around the 4 p.m. time frame. And then these thunderstorms really start to increase in nature, especially by the time we get to around 8 o'clock tonight, and then lasting through the evening, through the overnight, and through early tomorrow morning. Right around 4 or 5 a.m. is when these thunderstorms should begin to die down. So that's something to also keep in mind during your early morning commute. Now, after these thunderstorms here, we're going to start to see much better weather, big improvements here Wednesday through Friday to end the week. But we are going to start to see another round of thunderstorms by this weekend. A little bit too early to call if they're going to be on the strong to severe side, but of course we'll always keep you updated on that. For now though, it's looking likely that we are going to see some rain here today, more severe weather today I should say, and then it's looking likely that we should be beginning to calm down as we head into Wednesday through Friday. We're going to keep you updated here on the very, very latest information from your Big Weather Authority. Catch us live here tonight. I'll be live here in the studio with Chief Meteorologist Chase Menendez to give you all your latest weather information from your local weather authority. We're also going to do another Facebook Live here as well coming up later on today, and you want to stay tuned for that. We'll have the latest model guidance. We'll have the latest graphics from the Storm Prediction Center to show you an updated version of that as well. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you next time coming up here on Big 2.